Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Carr's Raiders. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland, so we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New Orleans Saints and the Oakland Raiders. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They send Thomas out to the right by himself. On first down, Breeze. It's caught left side by Cooks. A gain of 6 there on first.
You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Breeze to throw on second down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Try and throw on 3rd down. It's complete to Flaner. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Breeze now on first down. Over the middle, open is Thomas. That one good for 10 yards. And this last year, right around mid-season, it's kind of when Michael Thomas emerged as Drew Brees' favorite target. And he finished leading all rookies, 92 catches, over 1,100 yards.
And one of the things I remember most about learning about Michael Thomas last season when I did a Saints game was finding out how much winning meant to him. Multiple teammates talked about after a loss, how upset he was, how much he put into practice getting ready for the next week, and how much he was looking at other guys and wondering, do you care as much as I do? And that's a really big deal for a rookie receiver, and he translated into action the rest of the year. They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, very, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And Thomas has it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Escaping the pressure right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Khalil Mack able to get him for a loss of about 3. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Now a man who sat out 3 seasons. This is Tim Hightower. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And that's the way to get things started the first time you touch the football on the road. And you have to believe all week long, all they've talked about is, okay, going into a hostile environment, we're the visiting team. How do we take control of this ball game early? That's one way right there. No fear, guys. And if they had any, it's probably gone after that run.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Quickly now, the starting 11 for the Oakland defense.
Reggie Nelson is a safety who prides himself on being a ball hawk, but at times will guess and sometimes give up the big play.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Looking for his tight end Fleeter, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Perry Riley. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, but they face a second and long to start things out. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Really nice connection on the corner route. This is a play where the receiver wants to set up the defensive back by moving him inside and then breaking back to the corner.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On first down, Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Murray had the 1,000-yard season in 2015, followed that up with 788 last year. Now, also in the mix in Oakland, you had Washington, you had Richard. How do you see this backfield playing out going forward?
I think you'll see a similar combination going forward. I think that's one of the reasons that he dropped from a 1,000-yard runner to 788, because they had other options. They're able to bring in Washington, Richard. They can use different plays for those guys, a lot of versatility, and really upgrade their offense with an infusion of speed. But Latavius Murray, I think he'll still continue to be the lead guy out of that trio.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And he gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And for that man, Crabtree just finished his 8th NFL season. Of course, the first 6 in San Fran, last 2 with the Raiders. Barely topped the 1,000-yard mark, but he did 1,003 this season.
It's been interesting to watch the career arc of Michael Crabtree, because you remember when he came out of college, came out of Texas Tech, he was seen as a pure #1 receiver. Many thought he was going to be a future All-Pro, but he settled in as the #2 guy in Oakland, and I think that's been great for him, taking the pressure off of Amari Cooper and making plays himself.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. That one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there, and it'll bring up third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. They'll come out in the pistol. Throwing his car on third down. Cooper's got it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Back to the ground game. Here's Murray. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. One receiver to the left is Cooper. On third and long, it's Carr. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And that's hooking, and Janikowski missed it. It's no good, wide right, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense.
Ingram churning. He lost the football.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Breeze to throw on second down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
Two minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on third down after that sack. Now Breeze on third down. He gets it to Thomas. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he's a big factor in the run game. No gain.
It's complete. Flainer, right side. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end, and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. One receiver left, two to the right. Again, it's Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the...
Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Shift together here from the D-line. On second down, here's Breeze. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tim Hightower as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Short kick. One of the up middle taken down. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Looking deep for Crabtree. And that's caught inside the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is picked up by the Saints. Room here to run. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's Tywan Jones on the return. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Carr now on first down. Caught left side to Crabtree. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Here's Carr to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now Carr throwing on second down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Stephon Anthony in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So the D-line's going to spread out. On third and long, it's Carr. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to fourth. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Saints add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Or just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Carr going to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return will stop right 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Their big-bodied receiver, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Now the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and that'll make it 3rd down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
Airing one deep for Crabtree. He's got a man, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Carr now on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Again, it's Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
All right, here we go. Red 18. Red 0.
Now Carr, got to have this one. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Throwing now is Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's got time. He's going to fire one. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by the safety, Jarris Byrd. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. One receiver left, two to the right. Breeze will try again on second down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back near his goal line. Here's Breeze. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Perry Riley. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9.
We ready? Wide and yeah, we're going
To throw, it's Carr. And this is caught at the 8. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
And now a first down following that long gain. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll let Olawale have a crack at it. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll run. Murray. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Latavius Murray taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. Now Janikowski following the score. He'll boot this one away. On the return, here's Marcus Murphy. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate. Except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it. And it usually leads to more bad ones.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him now. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Second down now after the incompletion. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Pass incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football. But today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on 3rd down. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. Taking it right down Broadway. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Breeze is going to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. They had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Michael Crabtree, the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Now Carr, and now the ball's out. Carr lost it, fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One receiver to the left is Cooper. Now Carr, got to have this one. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board. But
and he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 28 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
To throw his Carr. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. So the D-line's going to spread out.
We ready?
The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
21. Slam. 12. Tighten up.
Breeze is looking to throw. That's caught at the 1. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They send Thomas out to the right by himself. Throwing now is Breeze. The intended target there was Tim Hightower. 3rd down here.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
And the pass falls incomplete. So 5 seconds remaining now in this first half.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on 4th and goal.
Hey, ready? Let's fight 4. Check. Fresno. 12. South guy. Check.
Breeze to throw for it, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. The scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
Now I've been in New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, AATLMIADMV, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, New York, Texas, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, I got some out in Dallas, now I'm smelling like LA. Met it from Miami to the Machiavelli. Left the kids on the belly, left the vid on my celly. She ate like spaghetti, I'm hitting gas and Dreddy. Met some killers in Memphis, like they from Oakland. Give me my flowers while I can smell them. Ain't talking about roses, literally I'm lean. Mix it like a bought it in Nashville. Then I woke up in Tulsa, Oklahoma. It's sun, California, but nothing like Compton. It's more like Calistoga and it's hot as Arizona. I pop me a Fresno, hard colder than Minnesota in October. Don't interrupt, darling, I'm in the zone. Why does everywhere I go just remind me of home? You know that state of gold with the bed. Them other places come close, but they don't compare. Now I've been in New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, AATLMIADMV, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, California, no place like California. Fresh off a flight to Boston, got a BZ in Maryland that I pipe too often. Headed right to Austin, most likely flossing, tight exhausted, high as a handful of goons out in Colorado. Any given afternoon, you can catch a hollow. Honestly, it's the same out in Richmond, Virginia or California. Either state, you can get it. I done seen everywhere from Russia to Delaware. Trust me, I'm well aware. Barcelona to Bel Air, Petty to the Detroit. No telling, he saw how heavily he balls. Every project, every seashore. And I ain't content trying to see more nomadic. I probably wind up alone. All it takes is a melody to remind me of home. Now I've been in New York, come on, Texas, yeah, Midwest, and it all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California, AATLMIADMV, all reminds me of California, cause there's no place like California. California.
I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Roethlisberger's Steelers going up against Breeze's Saints. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. As usual, the streets of the nearby French Quarter are alive as we are in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New Orleans Saints. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. They've got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets us into enemy territory across the 40.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets the tone for the offense.
Second down following the run. Breeze to throw on second down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Stephon Tuitt's ability to play defensive end and yet rise up and knock passes away when quarterbacks try to throw them, he makes it hard to get around.
A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. For Ingram, he topped the 1,000-yard mark this year for the first time in his 6-year career.
Didn't he just come out of Alabama last year?
That's what it feels like, right?
I mean,
hard
it's
to
amazing.
believe 6 seasons he's had.
Won a Heisman Trophy there, finally over 1,000 yards as a pro, and he increased his number of long runs, becoming a much better ball carrier into the secondary.
To throw is Breeze. It's complete to Flainer. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They come out here in the eye. Breeze hands to Ingram. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage. Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Caught by Snead over the middle. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. This offense has some speed, and certainly Martavis
has that, and he has size. That's what makes him so difficult to cover, because just when you think you have to play him one way, the other attribute kicks in. Martavis Bryant could be an all-star real soon.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On second down, it's Bell. A strong running. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
I can't help it, partner. I love backs who have a lot of burst.
Yeah, they ran the toss play. By the way, sometimes you'll hear toss and pitch used interchangeably, but that was the toss.
Well, for me, a toss, quarterback takes the snap, turns around, tosses it to
like
the tailback.
Like an egg underhand.
Yeah, like an egg underhand, really with two hands. And a pitch, usually like you're running an option-type play, and you pitch it out there to the trailing back.
Goes end over end like a field goal.
Yeah, where you turn it over, make sure that thumb turns down, and the ball flips end over end slowly and delicately to your running back.
Roethlisberger looking, and he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
He trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much.
And he'll be grabbed from behind and slung down like a rag doll. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Now Breeze throwing on second down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good.
Territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. Brown finishing 2016 with over 1,200 yards, 106 receptions. Now for him, people were expecting maybe some bigger numbers, Charles. What did you make of Antonio Brown's season?
Well, what I made of it is that he started to get more help along the way. Jesse James developed at tight end. Once Le'Veon Bell got into the lineup, he started to catch passes out of the backfield and ate up a few numbers as well. So Big Ben had more targets to throw it to. That should help Antonio Brown going forward in 2017 because he'll still be the primary guy. But when you get help, well, you can make bigger plays downfield.
And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Extra point now by Boswell. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. It's Ross Cockrell that time that made the tackle.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Now Breeze on 3rd down. It's complete to Flainer. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
What's fun to watch is these college receivers transitioning into the NFL and how they grow as route runners. Because a lot of times now in the college game, the spread offenses, there aren't that many routes that they're actually running. Most of the time, they're just trying to find open space and present themselves to the quarterback as easy targets. But in the NFL, you've got to run the entire route tree, and you've got to run it well if you expect to get open.
To throw, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mark Ingram from 6 yards away. And the Saints get a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance things there in the passing game.
So oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run out for the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, rep it, make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll come out in the pistol. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come out here in the eye. Now a first down carry by Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a free.
Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. Here's Bell. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. And now they're in the hurry-up.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, complete, make it the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're
looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown, and Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic, and Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end, and that'll bring up second down. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Third and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point. So no problems converting there.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On second down, Ingram. And an alley to run. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
There goes Green, the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Ladarius Green, 75 yards, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On first down, Breeze. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And Cooks has it over the middle. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
So the offense has it first and 10. They'll come out in the pistol. On first and 10, here's Breeze. Caught right side, it's Snead. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off. Usually after.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And look out, I think he's going to go. Picked off, William Gay. 20, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Shamarko Thomas. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll run it with Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Easy. These two. Check.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go
pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine, you know, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that'll get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction. And then you have the OTAs and minicamps. You get to see them on the field for the first time. And we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
To throw, it's Breeze. This is caught, it's Cooks. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all 3 could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh.
If they get the young quarterback going and that defense continues to live up to expectations, they can make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. They come out 5 wide. 3 of them to the right side. Now Breeze on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Chamarko Thomas. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Back now here live in New Orleans. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They come out here in the eye. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 3. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ladarius Green, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. Extra point now by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Breeze to Ingram on the draw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They'll get 16 yards there, and it'll be 1st down, Saints. Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game. And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Now Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. Kobe Flainer, the tight end, his intended target. Now 4th down.
Well, I've got to give him some credit there. He tried to sell the out route, tried to sell it hard. And as a receiver, what you're really trying to do is maneuver a defender inside to give yourself a little more cushion breaking to the out. But how about the defender reading it really well, not buying the fake or the maneuver inside, and getting to the sideline and helping break up the pass?
They send Thomas out to the right by himself. Now Breeze, gotta have this one. Caught by Snead over the middle. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. Again, it's Bell. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle. But if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed. Plenty of open field to get after that.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll pitch it out to Bell. And some room to work. Oh, he slipped right by him. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, 22 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers. Boswell for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Here's Ingram. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Shift together here from the D-line. They come out with one back and three tight ends.
Easy.
On second down, here's Breeze. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The tight end, Josh Hill, was the target. And now it's third down.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
Hey, check me out. You got 3 down. Ready? Like 5-5. Ready now, fellas. Switch.
Breeze now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Naoli Kikaha with a tackle.
But it was stopped on that play. We saw plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
It's third down, 6 yards to go for the offense. On third down, Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Here we go.
The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Roethlisberger going to throw it. Surveying the field. They shakes him off. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. He'll rifle this one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. He got 29 yards that time. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul right now. Give me what you got, oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got, oh, oh, oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care where we're dancing tonight, just as long as you're there in the break of the light. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care if I'm losing my way. I've been waiting for you as the night fades away. So roll up, roll up, roll up, roll up. Can I get an amen when the night ends? There's no winner when you're walking alone. Sliding down the last street as the day creeps. What you doing with nobody at home? Sugar, just step into your sneakers and step behind the speakers. Your heart will keep me beating and make me a believer. Don't you want me? Don't you want me? I need some mercy on my soul. Come on. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. Give me what you got. Oh, oh, oh. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care where we're dancing tonight, just as long as you're there in the break of the light. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care if I'm losing my way. I've been waiting for said, run up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care where we're dancing tonight, just as long as you're there in the break of the light. I said, roll up, yeah, come get your love. I don't care if I'm losing my way. I've been waiting for you as the night fades away. So roll up, roll up, roll
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Rivers' Chargers. With that, let's get you out to San Diego. Here are Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, we are a little less than 10 miles inland from the blue waters of the Pacific Ocean as we greet you from lovely San Diego, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New Orleans Saints and the San Diego Chargers. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They come up in an offset eye. To throw, it's Breeze. And right away, he lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Breeze to throw on second down. Finding time. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So out come the Chargers, and they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Ready? Ready? 380. Hey.
Following the interception here, Rivers out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. Red zone opportunity.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This is Gordon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
I I know an injury knocked Melvin Gordon out of the last couple of games, so he missed his opportunity to get to 1,000 yards. But does the injury hurt more, or just the fact he didn't get that 1,000 yards?
Yeah, he was on pace for it, obviously. But coming into the season, people were saying this is going to be a good year for him, and we're going to see a bright Melvin Gordon in the future. We saw glimpses of it.
They restructured their offense in order to give him better opportunities, and he took advantage of it.
Scary. He's only 23, folks. They'll try to run with Woodhead. And he's in across the chalk. Touchdown, San Diego. Danny Woodhead taking it in from a yard out. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now it's Murphy. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. It's caught left side by Cooks. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting the yards.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running
That's
back
what you
on
need
that
for
counter
a good
play?
counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. So the D-line's going to spread out. Ingram again. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
On 2nd down, here's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out here in the I. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's 3 levels, defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the 3rd level is leading your team in tackles, as a general rule, things aren't going so well for your defense.
Now a man who sat out 3 seasons. This is Tim Hightower. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Breeze going to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their dangerous wide receiver from 6 yards away. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And now San Diego getting set to go. First down throw here for Rivers. And his throw here is incomplete. Oh, well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No,
you know I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they had been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck, one of the better young quarterbacks in the game. They've got to get back to the playoffs. And Buffalo, brand new head coach, brand new people running the ball club. Let's see if they can figure it out, because I think defensively they can be awfully strong.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And all the way in. Touchdown, San Diego. Melvin Gordon, 35 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. So they went to the ground game on 3rd, hoping to pick up the 1st. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having to pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, 3rd down. They don't care that it's 3rd and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met offensive linemen yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there, and this will stay a 6-point ball game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now it's Murphy. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Here's Breeze to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. A gain of 6 there on first.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
They come out here in the eye. On the counter, Ingram. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Yardage here.
Well, practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the ball
with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And with that, it's 2-minute warning time here in the NFL on EA Sports. The D-line sandwiches together. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. 1 receiver left, 2 to the right. Breeze now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there. I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
We got 3. Mike 15.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on 4th down. Travis Benjamin, deep for San Diego. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And the Chargers coming out on the field now. First down, Rivers. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. Well, looking back, it was a solid season for Williams. 69 catches, he was up over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Fantasy sleeper is an understatement for what he did.
I can't believe you brought him up because I have a feeling you've got your eye on him for your fantasy team or teams for 2017.
I'm just going one team next year, but, man, he was impressive.
Yeah, did you know that he was ranked 81st on one fantasy roster last year? In his draft? That's pretty impressive. He far exceeded that number and expect him to continue to play to that level.
Hey, Rocket, let's go.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out here in the eye. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they get 14 yards there at a first down.
That was a big conversion there on 3rd down, and I remember playing, and all the time on the sidelines, you hear a coach calling for the punt team to get ready on 3rd down because he can't call for it on 4th down. It's too late getting on the field. So a lot of times you're lining up, and the offense can see you lining up. Occasionally it serves as motivation for them. I'm not letting these guys back out here. I want to keep the ball on offense, and that's exactly what they did.
Rivers on first down. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen.
Well, Brandon, when I watch Keenan Allen play, I actually shake my head in amazement sometimes. ACL tears in each leg the last 2 seasons, and now he's back in 2017 sprinting around.
And he'll be 25 at the start of the 2017 season. A lot of people rooting for this guy. You just always worry, though, don't you, when you have an ACL tear, especially in both knees?
You do worry about it, but you also have seen guys who have come back from multiple tears and have had really big-time careers. You know, Frank Gore has done that, and he's now with the Indianapolis Colts. And then you look at Thomas Davis with the Carolina Panthers. 3 times in the same knee.
It's caught at the 10. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here.
Hurry up. Ready. 4. Out.
To throw, Rivers. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Again, it's Rivers. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about, and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Lambo to add on the extra point. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Now it's Murphy. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether some guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Allen's got it over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now it's him to carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Rivers from the gun on third down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that brings up fourth down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Check 43. Ready. Read 80. Hey,
Fourth down, Rivers. And this is incomplete. Little lull in the action here to go over an offseason storyline. It's kind of interesting. LA a couple years ago, they have no teams, and now they're going to have two with the move from San Diego to LA. What does that mean for the league and for the Chargers?
It seems like an easier transition, doesn't it, than St. Louis when they moved back to Los Angeles.
Less
to become
culture
the Rams.
shock.
Less culture shock, less, obviously geography, the whole deal. But it's a transition still is not going to be easy. Remember, they're going to go play in a soccer stadium, essentially, for at least the first couple of years before they share a stadium with the Rams. So that changes things. Obviously, trying to create an identity in the market they haven't been in a long time. They began as the Los Angeles Chargers, but only played one season as such.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. He's got time in the pocket, and he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it. No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And it's caught. Kobe Flainer. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mark Ingram, 27 yards. And the Saints are back within a score.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Out comes the San Diego offense as they get set to see what they can do here. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
Yeah, I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe into the NFL now as well.
That play definitely goes down as a win for the defense as they were able to get there and tackle him for a loss. But you just got the sense that the runner kept looking for a space to turn upfield, and it kept getting strung out towards the sidelines before the defense finally finished him off.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Rivers looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Well, they get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on 3rd down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Rivers now. And he fires one, but incomplete. And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Chargers go here. It's Rivers. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape.
Last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. And he's got it over the middle. Flainer. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now.
Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And now San Diego getting set to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12. Good enough for a San Diego 1st down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Gates has it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out here in the eye. Rivers now gives to Woodhead. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
When the 4-3 defense is functioning really well, you know who stays what we call clean and no one gets to him? A guy playing the middle linebacker position. A guy we call Mike. That means the defensive front is eating up all the blocks and just let him go to the football and make a play.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Woodhead. And he stopped immediately there. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Like any team, they would have loved to have had more yards on that run, but it looks like they just want to get to the 2-minute warning and see what they want to do after that.
time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. First down marker at the 31. It's third down. To throw is Rivers. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
A lot of teams love to throw screen passes. They want to tire out defenses because they make them run a lot. But there are a lot of moving parts on a play for an offense when they call that one. Because you got the linemen that have to move. You have the wide receivers have to get out and vacate. You get the running back that's got to make a little fake and then get out into the route. And, of course, the quarterback, he's got to hold in there and know he's probably going to take a big hit before he lofts the screen off to the back. Why didn't he catch it? That's all he needed to do for them to be successful.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And now San Diego getting set to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Throwing on first down is Breeze. It's caught left side by Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, 66 yards. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job one. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard and the time left on the clock? As you noted, so many things to go through.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. They've got the lead by 3, late stages of the game. What's the message here? Just hang on to the football? Is it that simple?
That's exactly right, because ball security is paramount. And you got a small cushion. A field goal can tie you, but you don't even think that way. Just take care of the ball, close out the game.
Will they close it out? We're about to find out. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Rivers here to throw. Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now a first down following that long gain. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They come out here in the eye. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Check 13.
Throwing here, Rivers. He's got time, and it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.